Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios for Game 1 of your 2019 NBA Playoff Semifinal Game Highlight Commentary. We'd begin north of the border in a land of beady eyes, flapping heads, and an overabundance of sensitivity as the Toronto Baby Dinosaurs take on the Philadelphia 50-plus 26ers. Both teams would exchange baskets throughout the first half as both teams were virtually neck and neck, but as we transition into the second half, it appears the Toronto Baby Dinosaurs are vegan. They no longer want Philly cheesesteak as they would begin to slap the Philadelphia 76ers like it was an Ike Turner challenge in a room filled with Tinas. Philadelphia forgot to turn up their defensive game sliders as Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors would get more baskets than a female bike. Just when you thought Claude died just before headed to Wakanda, turns out he lives in Toronto as Kawhi Leonard would put up 45 points and the Toronto Raptors would take game 1. Next, we would head west of Lake Michigan as the Boston Cybermen take on the Milwaukee I Can't Afford Starbucks. Much like a driven, desperate stripper, Boston would get on top early as they would jump out to a double-digit lead, but back would come Milwaukee. I'm broke, don't ask me for no bucks. Yo, Chris, that mixtape was fire. What was it? And one! Milwaukee would call on the power of Squirtle. Use Rain Dance. Milwaukee would take the lead in the second half, down by 4. They'd connect on back-to-back threes, and life is a roller coaster. They got on the King Taka, and it's all downhill from here. Generic 2K big man Al Horford for 3. Giannis to the paint.
Shit out here, nigga. Fuck.
Kyrie said the earth is flat. Uncle Drew Irving would lay it up home, and they would jump out to a 21-point lead. Hey, Jalen, I heard you like posters. Set it up in Greece! And it appears Milwaukee might be the home of Yamcha because the Boston Cybermen blew them out as they would have the Bucks participating in the Jeffrey Dahmer Necrophilia Challenge because they may be dead, but they somehow were still getting fucked as Boston walks away with game 1. Somebody get your teenage daughter in the bathroom. R. Kelly's walking into the shower as we'd head into Golden Shower State where the Houston Rockets travel to take on the Golden State Warriors in a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals. Cliff Paul would connect on back-to-back baskets, but PBS logo in the face, Klay Thompson would answer right back. Step back, Poppy James Harden says right back at you, pussy. But the Magic Carp Splash Brothers would answer right back and say it is you that is the pussy. But not to be denied, step back, Poppy the Beard James Harden would connect on another 3. CP3 would put in a 3 of his own, and Eric Gordon would tie up the score going into the half. Much like Bruce to Caitlin, we'd transition into the second half. Step to the side, Poppy James Harden would connect on a 3, and no matter how close Houston got, it felt as if Golden State just kept pulling away. Drive, reverse, drive, reverse. Something's wrong with that man's car, but the jump shot is good. Kevin, don't you dare brush my hair and don't put a comb to my dome. Durant would connect on baskets. Child of Dell Computers, light-skinned Poppy, Steph Curry would give Golden State a 5-point lead, but James Harden would find his way to the paint. 12 seconds left to play, crowd on their feet, James Harden for the tie. Oh, he missed. Steph Curry would go to the free throw line and shoot a technical foul. It's good, and Golden State would walk away with a 4-point victory in game 1. One quick look at Houston Rockets fans.
Man, this some old bullshit.
Last but not least, we head out to South Park, Colorado, where the Portland Trail Mix Blazers take on the Denver Hold My Nuggets. CJ, I look like Steve Urkel McCollum, would score on 3 consecutive baskets. Then Dame 4 quarters would connect on back-to-back 3s and even up the score. Tail end of the second quarter, Dame Dollar would connect on a deep 3, but back would come the Nuggets. Paul Miltank Millsap with the layup inside the Joker from 3. That damn Miltank at it again. Bruce Wayne cannot be happy about the Joker hitting 3s, and throughout the third quarter, it appears that Squirtle made a venture to the Pepsi Center. But it appears the rain dance would also favor the Portland Trail Blazers as they would begin to come back from double digits. Damian Lillard would split in the middle of the defense and lay it up home and score on another basket to cut the deficit to 5. CJ Steve Urkel McCollum with the floater. The Blazers on a run. Damian Dollar Lillard headed to the paint with the layup. He'd connect on a 3, but wait a minute. It was all a genjutsu. You're out of time. The Blazers lose by 8. Denver takes game 1. For the Philadelphia 76ers, Milwaukee Bucks, Houston Rockets, and Portland Trail Blazers, take out your Metro cards. and get aboard the L train.
What the hell wrong with them? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with him? So what's on?
You big dummy! Nancy! Nancy! Hold my nuggets. Suck my dick!